is 1847, old California, a land of hatred and violence. When General Santa Anna withdrew his forces before the crushing onslaught of the American army, small bands of courageous Mexican soldiers still resisted in a valiant effort to save their land.
Capitan. Sergeant, get your men in position.
Yes, sir. Take your position.
Lead the cavalry to the south.
Martin!
Sí, capitán.
The west wall, there.
Sí, señor.
Prepare the charge, Scott.
Prepare to charge! Move! Eduardo! Leave all in the center to the corner. Correcta. Hold your fire!
You've got one last chance, Sebastian. Do you want to surrender, or do we have to come in and get you?
Here is your answer, Capitan.
Well. Captain Miguel Sebastian, Tiger of San Luis. You know, I think our captain would much rather have died fighting. Almost did.
Oil!
Yes, sir.
Come here.
Scout this place. There might be more men holed up.
Yes, sir.
There's no need, Captain. All of my men have been accounted for.
We can count some dead of our own.
Captain! Captain!
Don't shoot, please. He's my courier.
Captain Sebastian, the war's over. Santa Ana has surrendered.
All right, hop down, mister. Let's see that communication. Take care of him, Boyle. All right, sir. It's from Santa Ana's headquarters, all right. The war is over. Pardee?
Yes, sir.
Take Sebastian and his courier inside. And remember, he's to stay alive. Scott, you and Boyle check our casualties.
Boil 'em on up.
Yes, sir.
Years later, the Mexican soldiers, now poverty-stricken, homeless civilians, have been uprooted from their farms by the treachery of power-mad Angus Clyde McKane.
The land is mine. Mine. I keep it. Now go. You hear me? Go.
That's enough, Pardee. I said that's enough, Pardee. Now settle down, both of you. We've got work to do.
Not me. I've had enough of you, McKane.
Scott! You quit me, don't you ever cross my path again.
Don't you worry. One county's large enough for me, you can have all this land. But I just hope you're big enough to keep it, McKane.
Gentlemen, he's a man of the law. Judge Ward Young?
That's right. And I guess you're Sheriff Miller?
Oh, no, sir. Geezering's the name. Mr. McKane fired Miller. Guess he took the job too serious or something. Me, I just string along. I'll wager you're Faron Young, the marshal. This is a real distinction, son.
Thank you, sir.
We've come here to investigate some property cases.
Well, we've got a batch of them there disputes around here, Sheriff.
Gentlemen, I want to hear each one of these cases individually. We'll post a docket as soon as possible to let you know when you'd appear in court.
What's a docket, Hoss?
A docket means tomorrow, horse. Now, vamos! Skit, scat, all of you! Mucho, mucho! Skit! You gentlemen come right on up to my office. It ain't fancy, but it's legal.
I'd like to talk to Molly.
I want the gentleman to stop!
This way, gentlemen.
Don't forget to put a word in for me, Mark.
Go right in, gentlemen.
Tell him about that.
Be sure and tell him about all
Don't
this.
forget to tell him about it, man. Remember me. Don't forget about my land, Sheriff.
Sheriff? Sheriff,
Yes, Judge.
these complaints cover a lot of territory. To begin with, who's this man, Angus McKane?
Maybe I can explain it, Your Honor. Marshal. Pardee's the name. I'm foreman, general troubleshooter for Mr. McKane. He asked me to trot on over here and clear things up for you.
Now, that's right nice of Mr. McKane. Why didn't he come?
Oh, we had some important matters to take care of down on the South Range, but he's accommodating sort. Cattle's his main line. We had to push a trail through to Santa Fe. So naturally, the people who lived in the way just had to move out.
Simple as that.
Yep. But like I said, he's accommodating. Yeah, he gave all the farmers fair notice. What's more, paid him to give.
Mr. Pardee, you can't force people to sell their property.
I'm trying to explain it to you, Judge. The people never owned it. McKane bought clear title to every inch of ground from here to Sunday.
The Sebastian land grant?
That's it.
We'd like to see this deed.
Sure, anytime you want to take a look at it, mosey on out to the place.
Thanks. We just might do that.
Then again, we might just order you to bring it here to court.
Judge, try to get it through your head. There aren't any grounds, there won't be any trial.
Take your head off when you're talking to a judge.
I beg your pardon.
You heard me. Take the cigar out of your mouth.
Suppose you do it for me.
There's a man named Diego here who seems to know something about his property rights.
For many years, I served Miguel Sebastian. Long time back before the war. He was a kind man. He was my friend. He gave to me this land and this house that goes with it. I raised the crops. This is all I have. And no one is going to take it away from me.
You have no deed or other written paper to prove that Sebastian gave you this land.
No, but he did. I lived here for many years. And knowing that he gave it to me, I worked on it, raised my children.
McKane claims title under a sealed land grant.
That is so. We have no papers. But Senor Sebastian wouldn't sell our home, which he already gave to us.
He was strict, I'm sure.
We'll see what we can do.
How long have you been living here claiming this property was yours?
Ever since he gave it to me, 15 years ago.
I think we ought to go over to McCain's and take a look at that deed, see if it's valid.
Yes, sir. Senor?
Make yourself at home, gentlemen. Pour him a drink, Pardee. Gentlemen?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Nice place you got here.
I'd have brought this deed to town myself, Your Honor, if I hadn't been tied up. You can bet I wouldn't turn it over to anybody else.
How did you meet Sebastian?
Well, I want to tell you, it's a piece of luck. We ran on to him while on leave down in Matamoros. How about it, Pardee? Would you have taken him for a Mexican officer? No. I took him for a Don Juan out of Veracruz. He was drunk on a hoot-owl, playing faro and losing bad.
Assigned to Angus Clyde McKane. Witnessed by Scott Johnson, Damon Pardee, and Timothy Boyle.
Who's Boyle? That's me. Tell me, Mr. McKane, how much did you fellows pay for this deed?
We picked up Sebastian's gambling debts.
How much was that?
All he owed. was $850 to be exact, Judge.
Took everything we had in our jeans. How much did this Scott Johnson pitch in on the deal?
Oh, $50 thereabouts, he'll remember.
I'm sure he will.
Where can we find him?
Claytonville. Paper looks good.
Beats me why a man would sell so much land for a bag of pennies.
You boys made a better deal in the Louisiana Purchase.
They're going to question Scott.
Yeah, he don't even know what story we told.
You better get over there and tell him what to say.
And what if he doesn't say it?
He will. He stands to lose his spread, same as we do.
Yeah, but Scott didn't like this thing from the start.
Boyle's right. But if we need a club, Scott's got a mighty nice little wife to worry about.
Yeah. Better get to riding, Pardee.
Hi, cowboy.
You sure built this place up.
Still a lot to be done around here.
Yeah, sometimes I think you were smarter than the rest of us. You settled down to enjoy life. McKane keeps us on a push so much.
Pardee, why'd you come over here?
The circuit judge and the marshal are checking up on our land grant.
So I heard.
They'll be coming out here.
That figures.
Scott,
Yes, honey?
lunch is ready.
In a second.
Lovely little woman. You'll tell His Honor that we picked up Sebastian's gambling debts. About $850 worth while we were on leave in Matamoros.
As good a yarn as any. I'll tell you what I'll do, Pardee. I'll make a deal with you. I'll go along with your story, providing McKane gives the land back to the people he kicked out.
You're in no position to bargain.
Prepared to lose my land. Never felt it was mine anyway.
How you feel is no concern of ours.
Pardee, I've had something on my chest for a long time. I'd like to get it off. McKane had no right to kick these people off the land. He could have routed his cattle trail along the ridge.
We're not interested in driving our cattle 40 miles around some fenced-in hog pens because they're blocking the valley. Besides, you've got a lot more to lose than just your land.
What do you mean? You're crazy. You're out of your mind.
Don't forget our story.
So that's the whole story. We extorted the land from Sebastian by threatening his life. I was against it, but McKane held a gun up. So by being yellow, I was a part of his plan.
Mr. Johnson, telling us isn't enough.
You've got to tell it in court.
I can't.
Why not?
I can't explain now.
Honey, I'm proud of you for admitting what you have. I think you should testify.
I said no, Julie. Judge, can't I put it in writing, a deposition?
McKane's attorney could accuse us of extracting it from you by force.
Your story involves too much land, too many people. It ought to be heard in public.
What are you afraid of, Scott?
If he told you that, his mind's made up. You should have brought him here.
Or gun him on a spot.
I did just like you told me. Tell the boys to saddle up. We're riding to Scott's place. Come on.
Judge, they threatened to go after my wife.
Kind of figured something like that.
We'll protect her.
But there's only two of you.
We can deputize the county if necessary.
Deputize the county. McKane owns the county. He's got power. He'll stop at nothing. Judge, all I'm asking is time to get Julie out of town. Then I'll come back and testify and do anything you want.
Scott, leaving this town's a dead giveaway of what you aim to do. McKane's men would hunt you down.
Scott's place is just over the hill. We'll pull up and walk.
I think you better come with us, both of you. I'll get out a bench warrant for McKane's arrest.
And have him tried by sundown.
With McKane in jail, you wouldn't have anybody to worry about hurting your wife.
So that's it. Darling, you've wanted to tell the truth all along. But you thought it was easier and safer to put it off. Now is the time to face McKane. Face him in court. Don't be afraid to go down there. Because I'm not afraid to go down there with you.
Hold it. I want this place covered from all sides. Spread out. Joe, Bart, Pardee, stay with me. Get down, Joe. Tell the boys to wait until I fire. We'll catch them in the open. Wait till McKane fires.
All right. Wait for McKane to fire. Out of here. I'll stay in cover. Go closer. Keep riding across the river. After 'em, boys. Across the river. Nobody in sight. You check upstream, I'll check down.
Guess I won't be able to testify for you after all.
Don't say that, Steve.
You're gonna be all right, son.
Judge, Miguel Sebastian. Find him.
He's delirious. Sebastian's dead.
Miguel Sebastian is alive. Diego told me.
Son, do you realize what you're saying?
Miguel Sebastian was with Diego not more than 8 months ago.
You just don't understand. Scott wouldn't be here if it weren't for me.
No.
I forced him. I drove him to it.
The doctor says he's going to be all right, Julie. It'll just take time. You've made a man of him.
A dead man, maybe.
He's going to live, Julie. And the price you've both paid is small for what lies ahead.
Maybe you're right, Judge. Maybe.
I tell you, I'm going to bring McKane in.
And I tell you, son, you hadn't ought to go out there with less than an army.
If you want to do something practical, why don't you try and find Sebastian?
Oh, that's sensible.
Maybe Diego can put you on his trail.
Oh, that's smart.
All right. I'll look for Sebastian.
Oh, son, that's very wise.
The doc's taking good care of Scott, Julie. I wouldn't worry about it. See you later, Dad. You too, Pop.
Bye, son. I hope nothing happens to that boy. He's so nice.
Don't bother, Diego.
Hey, Diego. Where's the senor?
She right into town.
Well, that's good. Then he's alone.
We want some quick information. Where's Miguel Sebastian?
Sebastian? I have not seen him since I mean, he's dead. He died at the close of the war.
I can lie better than that when I'm loaded.
Look, Sebastian isn't dead and we know it. Now, where is he?
You better tell us, Soprano.
McKane's authorized us to make a deal. You can have title to this land if you tell us.
Why do you want to find Senor Sebastian?
Look, if you don't tell us, we're going to find him anyway. Now, where is he?
No, no.
You didn't have to do that, Pardee.
You want him to tell everybody else how to find Sebastian?
I'm sorry, senora. Sorry.
The 3 men. They have gone to La Cresta in search of Senor Sebastian.
Gracias.
Short way.
Through Comanche territory?
There's Indians everywhere besides this was fast. Come on. Yeah. Let's go to the top.
Yep, that's the marshal's horse, all right. Here's a good spot to take care of him.
Well, we don't have to worry about the marshal.
About an hour, his scalp could be hanging from a Comanche war belt.
My horse has gone lame. Well, we'll be seeing you. You ain't gonna leave me out here. Well, we're sure not gonna wait. Hold it. All right, boys. Right double.
I'm hurt, Marshal. I think I'm done.
Oh, no, you're not. You're gonna live long enough to help me find Sebastian. I'm Faron Young, U.S. Deputy Marshal. You got a doctor in this town?
No, senor. The padre, he takes care of the sick.
Get him for me, will you?
Si, senor. Police. Si, senor.
Has a stranger ridden in this town the last couple hours?
No, senor. No one.
Okay.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help me. His name is Sebastian. Miguel Sebastian. I'm anxious to find him.
In Mexico, Sebastian is a very common name, senor. It means nothing to me.
Por favor, señor, I would like to talk to you about...
Pronto, vámonos de aquí. Fuera, sinvergüenza. Borracho, sinvergüenza. Que no vengas para acá, borracho, sinvergüenza. Pepe, go and tell the padre that there is an American in our pueblo that's looking for Miguel Sebastian. Borracho, sinvergüenza, ya me vuelves loco. Ya no sé lo que hacer.
Padre, could I speak to you?
Later, Pepe. The father is busy now, eh? Vamos, padre, eh?
You are looking for Miguel Sebastian, senor?
That's right.
You pay Pepe? You pay good?
Sure. Have a seat.
I've told you 100 times.
That's all right. He's with me. Bring a bottle.
But senor, I...
Prado.
See, right away.
The man is seriously wounded. You found him alongside the trail? Or you...
Oh, it's not what you're thinking, Padre. I'm a peace officer for my government. This man and two others were riding into your town to kill a man. Miguel Sebastian.
Miguel Sebastian? Where is he?
Well, you see, senor,
Where is he, Pepe?
Perhaps the man that I know and the one you're looking for are not the same one.
Look, Pepe, if you thought someone was going to try to kill Sebastian, wouldn't you want to help him? See? Someone is going to try to kill him. I'm here to warn him.
Well, who would want to kill him?
A man who was in the Mexican War with him. He's on his way to Las Crestas. For all I know, he may be here now.
And that's why he was with the policia. Come, senor, I will take you to Miguel Sebastian now. We must warn him. He's just down the street.
Where?
At the office of the policia.
Good. Here, buy yourself a bottle. I'll warn Sebastian.
Senor.
I told you to buy yourself a bottle, not get.
No, our friend, he's over there.
I know.
But you tell me his life is in danger, that someone is going to kill him. You're going to kill him.
Get back in the cantina.
But...
Get back in the cantina, there's going to be a double killing.
Marshal.
What is it, boy?
The Padre. He's Miguel Sebastian.
Pardee! Pardee!
From the blue. How you making out of the herd, Emmett? I picked up another dozen head of strays. That's good, good. Let's get a move on, Duffy. Want to get on by tonight. Check with him.
Well, well, well. Turning his honor the judge.
McKane won't have to stand trial now.
Yeah, now we can shoot the judge for trespassing.
Well, Judge. Cup of coffee?
Thank you, McKane.
Sit down, sit down. Watch it, it's hot. How's Scott?
Coming along. You've got to learn to shoot better.
Now, Judge, give credit where credit's due. Bunch of cattle thieves shot old Scott.
Same bunch shot Diego.
That's not what his widow says.
You know, Judge, you can't always believe old ladies.
Well, we'll leave all those lesser charges till later. Right now, your big stake is the Sebastian land grant. I think you're going to lose it.
Judge, it's Scott's word against mine. Now, who do you think the jury is going to believe?
I think they're going to believe Senor Miguel Sebastian.
What do you mean? A man died in combat.
Why, I got a special dispatch from my son, the marshal, and he tells me that he's escorting Senor Sebastian here. He also says the men you sent to kill Sebastian are all dead and taken care of. Mr. McKane, here's a subpoena for you to appear in court, 10 a.m. tomorrow.
I wonder when the marshal's due in, boys.
Oh, the land is more beautiful than when I left. Marshal, there are too many for us. I know this country. Follow me. Follow me. We go underground for a ways.
Padre, tell me, if you knew the way in here, isn't it possible someone else might know it too?
Yes, possible.
Let's round up the horses.
Well, where are the rest of the boys?
Sebastian and the marshal got through us. Opie and me got back. He's hurt pretty bad, though. Rest of the men were killed. Look, McKane, there's no stopping that trial. We got to think about scooting.
Look, I don't run from nobody, you understand? Now, I'm going to teach the law not to stick their nose in my bailiwick. I want you and the boys to round up the cattle.
Now?
Right now. I want that herd moved to that grazing strip above town. You can make it by dawn. And I want you to get every fence rider and waddy in town that can shoot. I'll use the cattle as a cover-up and then stampede them through the streets. And we'll gun down every man in that courtroom. Now get going. This land is mine. I built it and I'm going to keep it. I'm going into that court. I don't think they'll get a jury. But if they do, I doubt if they've got guts enough to find against me. If they do, they'll never make the verdict stick. They'll never arrest me. They're going to have to fight. But I'm going to need your help, and I'm going to cut you in. Now, with your own spread. You've got the piece you want, Emmett, it's yours.
That's right.
Tex, you've got the sheep land. Pardee, you've got the stretch across the dry lake.
That's right. I like it.
The ridge. Who wants a timber?
I'll take it.
It's yours.
Now, you got it, Sam. How about that, boy? Now we're with you.
Now, you can take any piece of ground you want, and I won't haggle. But I want you with me. And if we have to gun our way out of town, we're going to do it.
We'll be there, boy.
Boy, we'll be right behind you.
But from then on out, we'll make our own laws. This country's mine, all mine. We'll draw a circle around it and let America grow on past us. Are you with me?
Sorry we ain't been able to build a proper courthouse, Your Honor.
Sheriff, court is held wherever I lift my gavel. Morning, Julie.
Good morning, Judge.
How's your husband?
He's better, but the doctor says he won't be able to testify.
Won't be necessary now.
Hey, here comes Faron Sebastian!
Good job. Come on. Sebastian's gonna help us get our land. And now we'll get our land back.
McKane is through.
McKane is finished. Sebastian.
Hello, son.
Hiya, Dad.
Meet Padre Sebastian.
It's a pleasure, Father.
Your Honor.
I'm counting on you to pull a few chestnuts out of the fire for me today.
I hope my presence here will be of some help.
The important thing is you're alive and here.
That is thanks to your son.
Have a chair.
Senor McKane, it has been many years.
Judge, I'm a busy man, and I don't like to idle time away. Let's get on with the trial. As soon as this show is over, there'll be drinks for everybody. On me. Get out.
Quiet. I want order in the court. Will the gentlemen please be kind enough to remove their hats? Mr. McKane. Your hat.
This court is now in session to hear the case of the people versus Angus Clyde McKane. Also, Timothy Voyle, deceased, Damon Pardee, deceased, and Scott Johnson, incapacitated. The charges: extortion, bribery, fraud, land theft, invasion of property rights, attempted murder, and murder. Guilty or not guilty as charged?
Not guilty. And I defy the man to find me guilty. Any killings that I might have done were done in self-defense to protect my property rights. And any killings done by any man on my payroll was their own doings. And for that, I can't be held responsible.
Father Sebastian, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I will answer what I can, Your Honor.
Do you recognize the defendant?
I do.
How did you meet?
In a battle at the close of the Mexican War.
We were told that you met in a gambling hall in Matamoros.
I have never been in Matamoros.
Did the defendant McKane pay you for the title, the Sebastian land grant?
In a way, he did.
Would you say maybe $850?
Considerably more.
Exactly how much in dollars and cents?
How can a man evaluate his life in dollars and cents? My story begins the day Santa Ana surrendered. It was a sad day. In the battle at my hacienda, my compadre had all been killed by Captain McKane and his men. My courier and I were the only ones left. We went upstairs with the captain. I thought to talk terms of the peace.
Well, there's the end to it.
I'm glad to see it. We've been a part of much killing, Captain. From this time on, I intend to do something with my life.
Oh? In what way?
I'm not yet sure. But I shall renounce the life I have led. I will try to make amends.
Trouble is, Captain, you're not going to live that long.
I don't understand. The war has ended.
I know. But you've been branded as a traitor.
By whom?
By the United States government.
Well, that's impossible. I'm a Mexican soldier.
I fully realize that. But you declared this hacienda and all your land grant as neutral territory. You were given military sanctuary as though you were an American citizen. And what did you do? You fortified this place. Set yourself up as a guerrilla chief, raided our supply lines, and engaged in espionage.
After your troops invaded my land, you violated the agreement with your country. I did these things rightfully as a soldier.
It doesn't do any good to plead your case to me. I'm just a man who's going to take you back to be shot. Unless, of course, you want to make a deal.
How's that?
You can swap the Sebastian land grant for your life. All you've got to do is sign the deed and we'll turn you loose. You can go any place you want. Right, Pardee?
That's right, Captain.
Rodriguez to the chest.
Si, Capitan.
Call the boys.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Johnson! Boyle! The captain wants to see you.
Gracias.
Very handsome box. That's the family crest.
Yes. The Sebastians came from Granada in the time of Cortez. And this encomienda, this land grant of which we speak, granted to my family by Philip, King of Spain.
Sergeant, what's this all about?
You're gonna get rich. What does it amount to, a couple of 100 acres?
Couple of 100. This says west from the Pecos to the Rio Grande. And north from Chihuahua to Santa Fe.
Why, nobody owns that much land.
This document's official. It's recorded here.
And you'll sign it over to us if we let you go loose?
That is what we discussed.
What if he has brothers or relatives, somebody to challenge it?
I am the last of my family.
Captain, you're under orders to take this man back.
So we report him killed in action.
It won't work.
It will if everybody keeps his mouth shut.
Captain, you're using Uncle Sam's uniform to extort property.
We volunteered for duration of conflict. Our duty's done. Senor, predate that back to last year. Just in case anybody inquires as to when and under what circumstances we acquired it.
Of course, Captain. What is your full name?
Angus Clyde McKane.
Captain, this is collaboration with the enemy. We're not discharged yet.
Scott, all you've got to do is witness his signature.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm under military orders.
Lieutenant Johnson, this is a good soldier who's going to be shot if we take him back. So we're going to let him live. Now, you either sign this deed, or you're going to be listed as one of our casualties. Pardee. Boyle. Senor, you and your man can shed those uniforms and pack whatever equipment you need.
Captain, some of the people who live on this land have served my family for many years. I have given them the small farms which they worked. They will be permitted to remain.
They'll be treated fairly.
Gracias. I'm sure they will.
Where are you heading for?
You sabe, there are so many forgotten places. Good luck, senors. Thank you for another life. Adios.
Vámonos. Pardee.
Yes, sir.
Ride on ahead to the post and, send us a burial detail.
Yes, sir.
The sergeant left me there for dead. It was God's will to keep me alive.
Father, are you telling this court that the defendant McKane forced you to trade your life for your land?
We made a bargain. And I thought he meant to keep it.
In your opinion, was this transfer of land legal?
The transfer? The transfer was legal.
Father, the fact that you're alive There's prima facie evidence that the defendant, McKane, altered military records.
We're here to question my ownership of land, not my military background.
They're tied together in this case.
Were you a captain in the Mexican Army?
I was. Were you a captain in the U.S. Cavalry?
That's right. The 5th.
There's no further need to question any witnesses. A matter of jurisdiction is involved. This jury is dismissed.
I'm not standing trial without a jury.
You're not dismissed, McKane. Sit down.
Order in the court. The laws of this country clearly state that no United States soldier can bargain with the enemy in wartime. Therefore, the defendant, Angus McKane, never legally acquired title to the Sebastian land grant. It is still in the possession of the good Father Sebastian, and he can do with it as he wishes. Angus McKane, I hereby remand you to the custody of the United States Marshal for transfer to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, where you will stand trial under military court-martial on charges of collaboration with the enemy and high treason. So found this day in court and recorded.
Padre. I guess you can't herd cattle the way you do people. I lose more hearts that way.
McKane's dead. Let's get out of here.
McKane's dead. Killed by his own stampede.
Well, I guess it settles his claim.
I'm happy you have your land back again, Father.
No, my child. The land belongs to the people who live on it. And with your help, this time we will make it legal.